All right, welcome back. And in this episode, or last episode, what we did is we did a lot. So we need to fix up a couple of things because we made it so that we could swing our knife and we could drop our knife. But I did miss one thing, so let's clean it up real quick. Go back into your third person character, and there's a little function that we wrote over here, and it is the one where you drop your knife. First of all, let's change it from D, and let's change it to another keyboard key, our keyboard. And the only reason why I'm keeping it as a keyboard key right now is because I'm going to put it on the widget eventually. So let's make the drop R. Now, another thing we didn't do is watch this. Stone knives, if it's greater than or equal than 1, then if that's true, check and see if the stone knife is equipped. Then, if it is, you want to set the visibility to not visible. Then you want to say has stone knife to not true. Now here is what you don't, well, here's what you want to do before you do that. So like we messed up there because we gotta put a branch there first, a branch. So if stone knives is less than 1, which means it would have to be 0 or negative, which hopefully it doesn't ever go negative. But if it's less than 1, right, then we're going to say, if that's true, then set this to has stone knife to false. Copy that and paste it. And then if it's false, set it to true. But here's where we're going to have to put some more code at. So drag the rest of that back. And right here, we need to say knife equipped, false. So stone knife equipped, set that to false. So both of these can come in here and set it to false, right? And also has weapon in hand, set to false. Now, this will prevent us from attacking once we drop that knife. So that looks like it's good. Compile and save. In this episode, we're going to add a whole nother human being so we can have a test dummy to test this knife on. Okay, compile and save. Now that worked that time. And we're going to drop the, all right, bet. All right, now we're good to go. Sorry about that. It took a minute, but let's get it. So in today's episode, we're going to learn how to add a whole new character. Now, we need a test dummy. So let's add a test dummy. So we need to add a character. So the way we'll do it is we'll just copy our third person character. We'll just make a right click and duplicate. And this is not going to be called BP third person character. It's going to be called BP NPC. And you'll see why we name it NPC later, because we might make different variations of this. So let's actually make a new folder and call it characters or cares. Chars, like Charizards. Move that character that you just created there, and let's go into that character here. Now, we don't need any of this stuff, to be honest. None of it. None of it. None of it at all. So we'll delete it all. Delete everything. Now, what we do need, though, is we do need to delete some stuff over here, too. So the camera boom can go bye-bye. The follow camera can go bye-bye. What else? Arrow is cool. Drop point, we'll leave that there. Stone knife, the one in the hand, we'll leave it there. The one on the hip, we'll delete it. And compile and save. Now we've got an NPC, but it looks the same as our character. We need to change that. So what you need to do is download another character or create another character. And let's go ahead and grab some animations for it and mix them up. The animations that you want are going to be walk, hit. First of all the walks. So just the same as our character. So walk forward, walk back, walk left, walk right. Idle. We need a hit, just like you see here. Some kind of hit response. A death. So when they fall down and die. We need all the running ones. So run forward, run back, run right, run left. And what else do we need? Just a couple attack. Get like 2 attack ones where they swing a sword or whatever. But after you have all of those, come back into your game, and we're gonna bring that character in. So in the first folder here, make a new folder, and we're gonna call this whatever the name of your character is. Mine's gonna be called Warrior. Okay. And inside this warrior folder, I want to take my character that I had downloaded and created, which here's everything for that character. So I think this is him right here. And I'm going to import all. Now, just like with our main character, it brought in some textures. So let's right click and make a new folder called textures or materials, mats. So we'll take this and we'll take this and we'll put it into that folder, move here. The way I did that is I held the control button to select multiple things. And then we need to make a folder, new folder, called anims or animations. And the green, anything green can go in there. But also we need to bring in all the rest of the animations. So for me, let's bring in all of, whoa. There's actually all of these animations right here. So from here to here. And which skeleton do I want? I want the Pharaoh skeleton. So import all. All right, so we got all of those in there in my animation folder. So save all 17, bop, bop. Okay, now that we got the animations, we need to make an animation blueprint like we did before. So first things first is a blend space. So go to animation and we're going to go to blend space. And for this time, we're going to select that character, the one we just brought in, and we can call it warrior underscore BS. And we'll double click inside of here. And same thing for the name of the horizontal, we'll call it direction and negative 180 for the minimum and 180 for the maximum. Snap it to the grid. Then also for the vertical, we're going to call it speed. And it's going to be 0 to 500 and snap it to the grid. Now, we got that. Now we need to fill in the animation. So let's find the idle and put it all at the bottom. Boom. 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 Then let's find the walking one and let's put it in the middle. Walking backwards on the right side and the left side. Running forward right in the middle at the top. Running backwards on the top right and the top left. What else do we got? Walk right goes right beside the walking on the right hand side. Walk left right beside the walking on the left hand side. Right strafe, that's running right. So right run and left strafe is running left. Now it's full, it's complete. We can press save and we've got a blend space. Next thing we need to do is go to our content browser and make an animation blueprint. So animation and then animation blueprint. And we're going to choose our warrior skeleton or pharaoh skeleton. And we're going to call it warrior underscore NMBP. When you click in here, we need to drag off the result and type in slot. Choose slot default slot so they can use animation montages. Then type in state machine. And we need to create a state machine for this guy. So let's double click into that. And the first thing is create a new state called idle. From here, we can create another state called move. Luckily, this person doesn't have to jump, so we don't have to create a jumping state. But you could, but they don't have to. We're not going to on this one. And also, they don't need a crouching state because they're not going to be crouching. So let's just fill in these. So for idle, find your idle animation, which mine is right here. Plug it in. But remember, when we're on idle, we want to come over on the right-hand side and press loop animation. Boom, compile, save. Then in your state machine, go back to move, and we're going to plug in our blend space. So go back to your blend space and plug it right on in. For the direction, we're going to right-click it and promote to variable. For the speed, we're going to right-click it and promote to variable. Now we've got direction and speed. Compile and save. Uh-oh, we've got an error. No worries, just because of this condition. So double click on the condition, drag your speed that you just made, get speed, and say greater than or equal to 1. And plug that in. Now go back and go from move to idle and click on that condition, drag your speed off, and say less than 1. All right, compile and save. We're almost done here. Now we need to go to the event graph. So click on the event graph part. And from the blue right here, we're going to say get velocity. Also from the blue, we're going to say get actor rotation. All right, from there, we're going to drag off the blue and say calculate direction and plug the yellow there. And also from the velocity, we're going to drag off there and say vector length. And now we're set up. So all we've got to do now is plug in our character, what was the name of the character? I forgot. Was it Warrior? Oh, BP NPC. NPC. So plug in your character, so cast to your NPC character. And from here, we're going to say speed, drag your speed off and press set. Plug the green into the vector length, and then drag your direction off and press set. Hook that up, and hook the green into the calculate direction. This way, your character will be able to move. Now, for the NPC part, we need to switch out his character model. So on the right-hand side, switch it out with the skeleton that we were just working with. So this guy, Pharaoh, it's the purple. Perfect. And look, he's using the wrong, he's using the wrong animation blueprint. That's why his arms look like that, dude. So let's change him to the correct animation blueprint. Instead of using serves, let's use the one we just made, which is warrior. And there he goes. He's looking like a warrior like he is. Now, a couple things. This guy is pretty tall. And so that's good. It's gonna translate well. Let us press save. And let's put him into the world just so that we have a punching dummy now. Go to your characters and put the BP NPC right here in the world. Let's turn him around. And let's go look at him in the game. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So now we need to make him into a punching dummy. So here's what we're going to be able to do. In the next episode, we're going to, because this one's running a little long, all I wanted to do is get the character in there. We got the character in there. In the next one, we'll set up a way for him to take damage and react to the hit that he takes. And once he does that, then we'll be able to take like his whole health and see if we can put like a health bar on him and take it down like a health dummy. All right, but thanks for joining me in this one. I will holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.
Run to the money, on the feet, don't fail. The DA and the judge wanna do their best to jail. I done turned it all.